they're coming after them because they're wearing blackface.
They're coming after them because they're wearing blackface. Yes.
I just.
Or like you remember,
something about even just wearing it is like, wow.
But it's like
that's what I'm saying. Like, why are we debating this right now?
Wait, Brian. You know what? Remember when we were watching fucking Freaky Tales, and then it was the Nazis and the fucking punk people?
Yes.
So let's say it's like the punk people are fighting against people that are doing blackface because they think it's funny to just do blackface. The movie's purpose is to fight against people that are doing blackface, and that's the narrative purpose.
I understand, like I said, I understand what you're saying. I understand where you're coming from.
But even then, no.
I just don't like. I just don't like the idea itself of blackface. That's my whole thing. I just don't like
what?
Seeing it. I just don't like seeing it.
I guess.
Like I said, I understand what you're saying and how you're coming about it. It's just me personally. I just don't like seeing it.
There's no way.
It just leaves a nasty taste in my mouth. Honestly, like just looking at that shit, it just makes me like. It makes me angry. Dead ass. Like I can't even see that shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, whatever.
I would only be angry if it's just not done tastefully.
I feel like doing it, knowing the history, even though you're doing it for even if you're doing it for
the science, quote unquote.
A scientific purpose is still like ignorant.
As fuck.
In my opinion.
Okay, then let me ask y'all a hard question now. If you were white and you were an actor,
I'm not doing it.
No,
I would not do it. You couldn't pay me, bro.
Well, there was like an actor who said he was cast for a role and he had to say the hard R and he was like, I couldn't do it, so I turned out a role. He was like a very famous actor. And then there was another actor who said he said the word, but then he like felt terrible about it, like nigga fucking threw up or some shit.
That's crazy. Really?
Yeah. I know the second one, the one I just did. That one was more recent. I don't know.
That was recent.
I know the first one. I never heard about the nigga throwing up.
I think that was Pedro Pascal. I think it was Pedro Pascal. Like he had a role like that.
Yeah,
oh wait, no. MGK, yeah. Okay.
But
yeah, because he originally got casted to be the white dude on Sinners, and they.
Yeah. It was that one. Yeah. Somebody. Yeah. I guess it was MGK. I'm not sure. They all. I don't fucking know.
They all look alike.
Yeah, he's like, I had to say the N word, and I turned it down because I couldn't do it. So it's like.
Yeah. And the main reason why he said no, he was like, I have a daughter and she's black. I'm not doing that. I'm like, damn, respect.
But you see, if it fulfills the narrative, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
What narrative the Sinners had, bro? That shit was...
It was a racist movie. What are you talking about? So of course there has to be racist people in the movie.
I know, but like... I mean... That's right. That's the whole...
I mean, like, I get that they could work around it to be like, just call them every other slur. But the most effective slur was nigger.
I mean, that I don't have it. Well, I have an issue with it, but it's a lot. But
like
it
makes it more.
It's not blackface.
But it's just like it. I don't know. There's other ways.
It's not black. It's just not blackface. So it's like.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I do be thinking about shit like that though. Like white people who be saying the hard R movies. Like, I wonder what's going through this motherfucking mind right now. Like, you saying that shit like with a smile on your face, or like you don't want to say it.
Hey. So you're telling me if you were white and an actor, you wouldn't say it? 50 million?
Nah, can't do it. Just can't do it.
Niggas don't want their money.
Bro, honestly, bro, if you play your cards right, you saying no will bless you in advance.
Nigga, fuck all
Dead
that.
ass.
Fuck all that. Like obviously, I'm not gonna say it if it's for a role where it's just like, oh, they just wanted me to say nigger. Like there has to be an actual purpose for me to say nigger other than me just trying to. Like if it's for a racist movie, yeah, I'll say it.
Wow.
But if it's just like, oh, if I'm just like
that is volume, bro. Come on.
if I'm just the bully in fucking Spider-Man, I'm not gonna say nigger. Like, why do I need to say nigger
they're
in
not gonna-
Spider-Man?
You'd rather
They're not
you
gonna
would
say
rather
that
say
Spider-Man, bro.
That's what I'm
Racially
saying.
The only movies they'll
This
say it in
isn't
is
insane.
racist movies. It's like
And that's what I'm
older movies
saying.
are like, you know what I'm saying?
Like I'll do it
those
for
rated R movies,
I'll
like,
do
nah.
it for a period piece that's talking about racism in the old times, but there's no way if I was a white actor I'm gonna say nigger for a fucking high school fucking summer drama whatever.
But you're gonna say it for a highly racially motivated movie.
Because it requires me to, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey,
You're,
me
you're
per-
one of
hey,
the
me
teachers
per-
where they get ready to warn the class. All right, guys, it's in the word. It's in the book.
Hey
guys.
man,
It's in
me
the book.
personally, I could find a different role, bro. I just can't do it.
That's what I'm saying. There's other
anything
like, what?
anything that's like
Or you
distasteful
could
to
still
another
be in the
another
movie
culture
and not just say it.
and shit like that, bro. I just can't do it. Me personally, I don't like appropriating other cultures for what? For no fucking reason. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not me.
But
personally. I don't care how much you pay me.
But there's appropriation and there's appreciation, and appreciation comes with accuracy of the narrative.
So you appreciate the N-word.
You
being
can find
said
another
by a
person
white
to appreciate it. You're not gonna find me to appreciate it. I'm sorry, it's just not. I can't do it.
That's fine.
It's a personal thing. Like,
Yeah, I get it. I'm just saying that's kind of crazy.
nah, bro. That's my
Crazy
beliefs
that
and
he doesn't
values, bro.
appreciate-
That's my beliefs
the
and
opposite
values.
race.
I don't want to
No.
say. I don't.
Saying-
If I'm
No.
a white person, I'm not gonna say it.
No, I get it. That's like how I don't smoke.
Yeah, like, bro. I'm not
I
gonna,
get it.
It don't matter.
But 50 million? Come on.
Yes. Yeah. Nah, I don't care, bro.
Bro.
It's not
That's,
about the money, bro.
bro. Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
but you gotta
That's
play
literally
your
what our
cards
society
right, bro.
rolls off.
Gotta see what you gotta do is you gotta turn down the motherfucking interview. Be like, you gotta hop on a podcast or some shit or some sort of like interview. Be like, oh, I heard you were gonna play this role. Be like, nah, I didn't want to say it because it made me want to say nigger. I was like, I'm not saying that shit.
Exactly.
Boom,
You get way
knocking
more
on the
attention.
door. Hey, you trying to be in this movie? We throw you 75 bands this time. Fuck the 50. You know what I mean, bro? You gotta play your cards right, bro. That's marketing.
Okay,
That's
let me say this. Let me
marketing.
say this then.
Nah, for real.
50 million, you as you are right now, you're an actor. You're in a gay hate film. They need you to say
Absolutely
faggot.
not. Absolutely
Nah, I
not.
can't say-
I can't do that.
can't,
I
bro.
can't even. I can't do that. I can't do
Bro,
that.
what?
I can't do it.
As
But you
crazy as
see,
this might,
as much as
as
I love
crazy as this
them,
may
like,
seem, bro,
I can't. Bro.
I feel like just because there's so many fucking period pieces, I feel like saying the F word in a
Bro,
movie
banned,
is
bro.
is worse than saying the N word in a movie. Just because we become so fucking desensitized to all these fucking period pieces. There's a motherfucking slavery movie at every corner you turn, nigga. But saying the F word, bro, in a movie, like there's not too
Yeah,
many of those.
You're getting clipped, bro. You're getting
They
Yeah,
say
bro,
they
you're
say it
done,
in all
you're
the
done.
they say it in all the teen
You're
dramas.
getting clipped.
But it's not like a big old. It's not like a feature film type movie. Like it's not like some shit that's
That
gonna be
is
in
right.
theaters. Like I don't remember the last time I've even
Nigga dropped
heard in an article or some shit like or like a movie that would require somebody to say the F word rather than a fucking period piece where that shit comes out a dime a dozen.
Okay, when's the last time you even watched a gay film, Brian?
Shit, I don't remember.
They be saying that shit all the time, bro.
But are those like movie theater ass movies?
Yeah, it'll be like movie theater ass movies. It's
I
not
just
like
feel like-
it's not a feature film. It's like
That's what I'm saying.
it's like A24 indie joint.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. It's like, bro, like obviously it's not gonna get even if it does, I guess, happen more. It's not gonna be covered more because it's not featured film. Like niggas eat up the slavery movies. I hate that shit, but niggas eat that shit up. Like if you want a quick bag, make a slavery movie, bro. Literally just copy and paste the same motherfucking plot. Just get different actors. That's literally all you gotta do, bro. That's
And
just a dime a dozen, bro.
And you know why those slavery movies do well? Is because the white people that are trying to reconcile with their history are trying to understand the experience of a black person, and that's why they watch it.
What? No,
I don't think that's the case.
That is not. Bro,
I generally don't think that's the case, bro.
Do you know who
You're
the main
reaching
people that
hard
watch
as fuck.
main people that watch those movies are white people, right?
Yes.
They probably touch themselves to that shit, bro.
Nah,
It's like,
bro.
but no, I don't think that's why they watch it. I think niggas just watch it just cause.
No.
I don't think they watch a motherfucking slavery movie and be like, man, I really feel good about myself. Like, no, nigga.
It's not that they feel good about themselves. It's more about them trying to understand and experience an experience that's not like them.
Okay, but like, what service does that do for anybody though? Like, what's the point? Like, what is niggas gonna do with that information? Generally,
To
like, who the
understand
fuck
what
cares?
it's like a black person, or what black people
Okay,
deal with.
but how does that help a black person? How does that help me? What is that gonna do for me?
Bro, what if I told you the white man that's gonna give you $10,000 tomorrow, the only reason why he did that is because he watched 12 Years a Slave?
I would slap
But
that
I
nigga
feel
like
like-
his damn
okay,
mama.
I feel like
I would slap
if
the living shit out of that nigga.
Yeah, that's insane.
Why?
The
A nigga
disconnect,
gave
you're
me
only doing
a
this
nigga
gesture
gave me
because you watched
mind you, Aki,
That's insane.
I
You're
am
trying to cover
not
up for your
African
white
American.
guilt?
I am an African. I'm
Mm-hmm.
a first generation African. So if a nigga came up to me and gave me $10,000 because he watched 12 Years a Slave, not knowing who I am, not knowing my family's history, even doesn't make any more sense than it already should have.
Okay, that's fair. But
That's fair.
no,
Alright.
what Brian said is fair.
But even still, it's like, bro, like,
he's giving it to you because he feels bad about slavery.
But
Reparations.
we don't want sympathy, nigga. They don't want sympathy,
What do they want?
nigga.
They reparations, right?
They don't want history to repeat itself. They don't
Nigga
want.
gave-
They don't.
He gave you 10 bands.
Just take what you took from the movie, and
And
take
apply it where?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, like that's the whole kill. It's like, bro, like, yeah, somebody could watch a movie, or a whole sea of white people could watch a movie, but there's still gonna be that group of people who are still gonna be that fucking ignorant that they don't give a fuck. They're still gonna be racist. There's still gonna be racism, regardless.
Oh, yeah.
That shit is passed down through. Racism is taught. That is taught. That shit
Yeah.
is tossed down through generations, bro. So it's like, even though yeah, the numbers might get smaller, they might dwindle. It's like, bro, there's still gonna be that group of people out there that still don't give a fuck. They're still ignorant. They're still uneducated.
Yeah, and the goal of movies like that is to hopefully shift the minds and perspectives of white people to be like, yes, this was a
You
horrible
can't-
time,
You can't do that.
but it's not.
That's that.
It's not.
You can
it's not-
try
it's
your
not
best
just-
to. You can try your best to.
One movie is not gonna be like, oh, I'm no longer
Yeah.
a racist person. But
But we're in
if we keep-
2025.
But the thing is, and we have way better cities, or I wouldn't say
That's
way
what I'm
better
saying.
cities.
But
but-
that's my fucking point. That's my point. I said the numbers may dwindle, but there's still gonna be that group out there.
Yeah.
It don't matter. It don't matter how. It could be 2025, 3025. There's still gonna be that group because that shit gets tossed down through generations, bro. That shit's taught.
Yeah.
That shit is
but-
taught. There's always gonna be that group of people that's racist, bro. And it's not just black and white people. There's gonna be different countries, different walks of life, different nationalities that are just racist. So like, bro, like, I mean, you can do whatever. I mean, movies is down the third, cool. But it's more than just black and white, honestly. Cause there's still gonna be racist. You know what I'm saying?
But Brian, what I'm trying to say that I think that with every movie that comes out that's selling a narrative about racism is hopefully gonna have somebody watch it where they're gonna be like, oh, this is so unjust, or unjust, I need to do something about it. And that one person might decide that the way they want to do something about it is change the education system. So now they're going through the education system, making their own curriculum and now making it into civil policy, making sure that everywhere in America they teach this. And yes, of course there's going to be backlash, but eventually people are going to be like, oh, this is very good because now they realize that, like, oh, maybe I have more power now because I understand this or whatever may be. I think that's a possible future. And I think with art and movies and stuff like that, people will eventually change. I think the quote something like, open your mind with art but educate yourself with books or something like that. And that's the goal of art, to open your mind.
I understand. Like I said, I understand. I've understood since you first brought up the situation, but it's just like, even if the whole way of, you know what I'm saying, school systems is changed, and they teach a certain thing, or they show certain things to shift people's minds, especially young kids' minds, bro, there's still gonna be that group of people's like those hardcore racists, bro. They're gonna pull their kids out of those schools real quick, bro. Real fucking quick, just because they don't agree with that shit. That's one thing you gotta learn about these racists, bro. They don't like one little small thing, bro. They gonna change their whole pattern, whole everything, just because they don't agree with a little small portion. So if their school is teaching something they don't fuck with, they gonna pull their little kid out. You know what I mean? So it's just like, bro, like, that's why I say that shit, unless you fucking God strike me down, but unless you exterminate them niggas from the face of the planet, every last motherfucking bit of racism, bro, every last motherfucking nigga that got racist in their body or racist fiber in their body, bro, that shit it will forever, I hate to say it will forever be a thing, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all just don't have hope, bro.
No, I do. Cause nigga, I don't want to live in a world of racism, bro. Nobody does. No black people does. No black, brown, Asian people want to live in a world of racism. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about the Asians, but it's like, no.
I mean, yeah. Some Asians, they got a good shit, but listen,
really,
like, you know what I'm saying? Fucking, like, bro, like, I trust me, I have hope. I like racism. And nobody want to live in a world of racism, but it's just like, bro, like, unfortunately, there's always gonna be that little small percentage, no matter where you go, bro.
But the thing is,
Just like hand sanitizer, bro. 99.9, bro.
the thing
Niggas be ignorant, bro. And another thing too is, even if it's not taught, somebody could just have a bad fucking interaction with somebody. Shit, nigga, me, Exhibit A, nigga, me. Fucking, I had a bad interaction with an Indian. Now I say fuck all Indian niggas.
but
The
you
women
see,
are cool, but the men, fuck them niggas.
But you see,
You know what I'm saying? And
go ahead, my fault.
I'm just saying, it's not. I feel like obviously me is not to an extent where like, oh yeah, nah, fuck you. I'm not you Punjabi ass motherfucker. Like, I'm not like actually fucking. It's honestly just a joke at this point. Like, I don't really give a fuck. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, like, it's an example though. Somebody could just have a bad interaction with a black person, and now for the rest of their life is fuck niggers. You know what I
But
mean?
you
So
see-
it's just like,
That's facts.
I would argue that would be due to a lack of education
on whose
because-
side?
of the institution of that person. Because the reason why I'll say racism still exists in such a way where it's people generalize is because they don't understand, or they're not taught to not generalize people or understand why generalizing people is wrong. Because the sociological imagination basically teaches you like everyone's going through their own thing, like all this, there's a whole bunch of different factors that goes into a person's being, and most people don't understand that everyone highlights themselves in their own world instead of realizing or being introspective of like what's actually happening in the world. So understanding life through somebody else's eyes. And I think most people, if they do try to look throughout somebody else's eyes, it's really just their dad and their mom and then maybe their brother and sister. But after that, it's like, oh, fuck everybody else because I don't take care of you or whatever. And I think if we started teaching like more human ethics to understand that everyone's going through something, everyone has the same equal rights and values, then
Okay,
it'll be a
but
different world. But we don't have that right now. We were on our pathway to doing so, but Reagan fucked it up. I think we started teaching less of civics in 1970s, so we didn't have.
so so by teaching you mean like in schools?
Yes.
So okay, my question is where, like, what level would you teach it? Like elementary level, or like just like generalized through all levels of schooling?
Uh, I won't give a definite answer because I'm not in education like that. I think I'll go with the latter of what you said of all levels of education.
Okay,
But
but
maybe there's some way where it's like it's better to teach it in middle school than in elementary school or something like that. But yeah.
I think it would be better to teach something like that in elementary school because elementary and middle, just because you gotta teach these shits into kids young, cause shit like that will stick. But fucking the whole thing is like, bro, like you can teach these kids this shit, or you can change the school system. But like I said, bro, if a motherfucker, if a racist ass motherfucker finds out what's actually being taught in these schools and he don't agree with it or she don't agree with it, they gonna pull their kid out. And that's just gonna continue the cycle of undereducated ass, racist ass motherfuckers.
But the
So
but the thing is, I
it's
like
like
how
you
I
can't,
said
but
no, like how I
you
was talking about. You have to open your mind with art. The reason why we make art is for eventually a kid to see it and be like, "Oh, why is it like this, Dad?" Or "Why is it like this, Mom?" They watch that movie, they watch that film, and they're curious about why this is happening. And that curiosity is what we're trying to nurture in that child. So eventually, I think that child, if they get exposed to that art in whatever format, have it be a book, have it be a painting on Instagram, have it be a movie that they get to watch in theaters because they snuck away and watched it with their friends after whatever, and they got exposed to that art, now that curiosity is in their head, and now they want to think for themselves to be able to be a better person, and that's the goal.
see, that is the goal. I understand. I agree with you there. Like I understand what you're saying. It's just like there's really only two ways that like that. There's a outcome for that shit. Is one what you just said is like, oh, they actually want to learn because of what they're seeing, or two is like they ask these questions and they just get shut down immediately. Shit, three ways, or they just be like, I don't give a fuck. I'ma just go with what I've been taught from my parents, from the older generation. So it's like, bro, like I said, you can have all that shit out there, all the media, whatever. You teach people what you want to teach. Try to make it as accessible as possible to really spread the message, spread the wealth. But it's just like, bro, like it's really only gonna affect motherfuckers that actually want to think on their own. It's not gonna affect the motherfuckers that if they ask their parents and be like, "Yo, what does it mean?" They'd be like, "Don't." They'd be like, "Don't listen to that shit." That, you know what I'm saying? It's just
That's that
just
commie shit.
yeah, just remember what I taught you, nigga. Fuck black people. Fuck black folks. Or they already thought it, or they're already so ingrained with that shit that they're just like, I don't even want to look at that shit. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's always fuck black people type shit. So it's just like, bro, like, I don't. It's only there's only so many avenues you can go through with this shit.
Nah, it's a lot of work though. That's all.
It is a lot of work,
Because the way I'm thinking
not like
about it is like we have the art, the people get exposed, they learn. Now they want to change something in society, so now they're writing amendments and fighting for these amendments to be implemented in in our school system, or in our government, in our school systems, in our healthcare, whatever, right? Because of that, all this is happening. Even the people or the children of the people that are saying like, "Oh, don't listen to all that propaganda nonsense," like that shit's not gonna take care of you. Like, listen to what I say, all that shit. But then they're realizing like, oh, this is actually not a bad way of life. Like, why would I
But
want to do all this shit when their life is so good and I have
okay,
access to it?
let me ask you this though: do you genuinely, in your heart, believe that something like that can affect 100% of people, every last single person?
In my lifetime, no.
I'm just talking about in. It don't matter what in your lifetime, in any lifetime.
Then yes, I think
You believe that?
it's possible.
All right, if that's what you believe. That's what you believe.
Like, I can understand the indifference, but I think it's possible. Cause it's like, to me, if if we start focusing, our resources, or like, you know how the whole thing about like profits over or people over profits, and it's
Mm.
like everybody's quality of life is good. Like, you don't have to worry about surviving or like working to survive or like doing all that shit. Like, everything's usurpic. I genuinely don't believe there's gonna be a person that's gonna be like, oh, fuck all this shit. I'm gonna try to privatize everything because when things are private, life is better. And it's like, I genuinely don't believe somebody would do that if they get to experience a usurpic lifestyle.
Hey man, like I said, if that's what you believe, that's what you believe. I personally know for a fact that it
But
don't matter,
you don't
bro.
know for a fact.
I do know for a fact because I know how human psychology is, bro. There's
But
always just gonna be that
but
group of people
literally
that
what
just
I said,
refuse.
but
But
literally
there's
what I
always,
just said has never happened in human history.
but what I'm saying is that there's always gonna be a group of people, no matter how small it is. There's always gonna be that group of people. Mind you, there's 7 billion people in this fucking world.
Mhm.
There's always
Maybe
gonna be
more.
a little group of people who refuse to be educated, bro. It don't matter what time period we're in.
No.
There's
Okay.
always gonna be that group of people that refuse it, that refuse to be educated.
Where is it? Uh, it's a South American place. I think it was Brazil. Maybe not Brazil. I forget the country. But in this country in South America, what the leader of that country did, they realized that their education levels were extremely low. So they put in policies to basically increase the educational level of all the citizens, regardless of age, and everybody participate. To say everybody, I don't quite can't recite that for fact, but the educational level increased, and I would only assume it would, if they still had those exact same policies after 2 to 3 generations, everyone would be educated.
That's one country.
Yeah, but
What
that
about every other country?
what I'm saying, if it's possible in one country, I believe it's possible in every other country. I believe,
Incorrect. That's
I
so
think,
incorrect.
because no, hear me out. Because what's happening in America right now is because we don't. Our policies are not focused on educating the people. Our government doesn't care about educating the people. As you can see, that Trump already fucking
He
removed.
signed his 200th executive order today, bro.
Yeah, Trump fucking making it impossible. Or
He
PBS is
changed
about
the
to get
Department
shut
of Defense
down.
to Department of War, bro. Just for a name change.
Hey, nigga said, let me start using the cover up.
Right, like what?
But if our political leaders invest in our communities and our society to educate people,
Oh yeah, we'd be unstoppable. We'd literally be unstoppable.
But
everybody would
that
have access to public education that's worthwhile. That's what it used to be in America before 1971. Everyone had access to free education until it got privatized and the spending got cut. Because the reason why we don't have Reading Rainbow anymore is because of the fact that the U.S. government, Ronald Reagan, was like, oh, niggas are trying to learn, or having a curiosity to learn.
Well, yeah, niggas know Ronald Reagan's the devil, so.
But Reading Rainbow was getting funded by the government, and that was inducing so many children to want to learn and have a curious brain and think for themselves.
Yeah, Trump did the same thing with PBS.
And I'm saying, if our government, or if we have some, if our government, or if we had some format of thing that incites curiosity in our young minds, those young minds will incite curiosity into the next generation and pass it forward and pass it forward.
That's what you think. But
why wouldn't they?
Because it would have already happened by now, honestly.
But the thing is, it's hard to do that, because the way we've been doing it was from the government. And as I said again, let me say this again, the government used to have free education for everyone. Even though we had to fight, like black people had to fight to get into school and all that stuff, the education was still free. But then as soon as niggas started going to school, they were like, oh, let's try to privatize it. That's why we have charter schools. That's why we have private schools.
Well,
we had we literally had free education. That was teaching us how to. But it was teaching people how to fight against the government, to understand their civics and how the government functions, their history.
That's also another part, though. Is like, yeah, it was free, but free for who? Not for us. We had to learn on our own.
It was free.
We had to make our own.
No, it was free for us for literally like 2 years.
And then they changed it because they didn't want to be free for niggas.
Yes.
Okay, so like I said, free for who? If the whole point was to change it because they didn't want niggas to get education, it wasn't really free for us. If they're doing all this shit to that just brings me back to my point. It's like, bro, there's always gonna be those ignorant ass people that don't give a fuck about niggas. They don't give a fuck about spreading the wealth through all walks of life. It's like, bro, like, it don't matter what time period. That's why I said it would have happened by now. It would have definitely happened by now.
Yeah, it should have. We were on track for it to happen, but it's because
if it's not happening now, it's not happening never. That's my whole thing. If it didn't happen now, it wouldn't happen never.
I think,
especially if all that
that's
shit.
My problem now. My problem now is that the fact that you don't believe it could ever happen.
Because it won't.
But niggas gotta fight for that shit though.
Niggas did try to fight for that shit, and yes, we did
fight
for
it, and we got the fucking education.
We made progress. But like I said, there will always be some sort of hurdle that they've got to make us jump through. There's always gonna be they're always moving the goalposts for niggas. It don't matter what it is, when it is, where it is. They always move the goalposts for niggas. So that's why shit like that will never happen. And then there's always gonna be those group of people that refuse to be educated on these type of matters, because that's just how they were growing up, and they're gonna teach their kids and their kids about why they believe that what they should believe and how they should think. It's like, bro, like even if the kids like fucking, you know what I'm saying, even if they don't fucking listen to their parents about hate all black people, this, that, and the third, like, bro, there's still gonna be those group of people. Like there's always gonna be a situation like, oh, I had a bad experience, or my parents taught me this, I just refuse to be educated on the matter. It's like, bro, you really don't. Not everybody will think the same, bro. Like everybody had, like, you don't know why a criminal does. Like, bro, there's a whole mindset about a million things about why a criminal does what a criminal does. They could do it because they need money. They could do it because they need to feed their family, or they could just do it because they like to kill niggas. There's people like that out there. Mm-hmm. You will never know how motherfuckers think, bro. So that's why I say there's people out there that just refuse to be educated because that's just how they think. They think that they don't give a fuck, so they won't give a fuck. So that's why I believe, like, bro, like, if shit was to change, it would have already changed by now. We should already be living in a fucking utopia now, nigga, because we've been had the knowledge, we've been had the facts, and we've been had everything we needed to have in order to build something like that. That shit should have already been happened. But because motherfuckers refuse to be educated, but because these white people want to come to different countries and just take shit because they feel like they want to take shit, that's the whole history behind America, by the way. They came to this country and they just took shit because they believed that's what they could do. Because I'm just a white person, I'm gonna just take what I need to take. They're colonizers. They're uneducated, bro. What about all the Native Americans, bro? They just took shit from them. Just because they fucking felt like it. They say, I don't give a fuck about your history. They don't give a fuck. The whole history is because niggas don't give a fuck.
But the thing about education, Brian, or the curiosity to learn, it's something that has to be nurtured. If it's never nurtured, you're just gonna stay in your same ways, and that's what happens. And
but how long?
And
okay.
The reason why the world is like the way it is right now is because people were fighting for their survivability, and they use that survivability, the people fighting for their survivability, to split people, because that's what's actually happening. We're getting split apart because we're all just trying to survive.
That's what's happening now?
Yes. Everyone's trying to survive. That's why they don't want immigrants.
No.
That's why they don't want immigrants in or what do they call it? Yeah, they don't want immigrants in working anymore because they're taking our jobs, right? But the actual truth of the matter is that if we have these immigrants in our country, then we can partition for them to actually get minimum wage, and now everyone's gonna be working for the exact same price. But instead, what they're doing is saying, oh, these guys are here taking your jobs and getting paid less, or just taking your jobs, not even mentioning the fact that they're getting paid less. And the immigrants know that they can't get any other jobs because they're illegal. But if they're not illegal, they'll get paid minimum wage, and then everyone would have the exact same job. But what the corporations want is for cheap labor, which they get from the immigrants, which the people that are losing their jobs from them can't do because they need to survive. So they get mad at the immigrants that are taking their jobs. But if the immigrants just become legal, then they have to get paid minimum wage. But people don't think that.
Here's the thing though. Everything you're saying is low-key just going back to my point, because one, people say immigrants take motherfuckers' jobs. But in fucking reality, who wants to work those jobs? Don't say they're taking our jobs, nigga. No, they're not taking our jobs, because nobody wants to work those jobs. They would have already been signed up for them motherfuckers. They already tried to put an application for that shit. So I hate that. I generally fucking hate that fucking argument where people say immigrants take our jobs when that's not the case. Because nobody wants to work those jobs. Nobody does.
What do you, construction work?
Like lawn work, you know what I'm saying? Like, and jobs that don't pay that well, like jobs that you can't even make you could barely make a fucking living out of.
Construction work, you can get paid very well.
Not as an immigrant.
Yeah, not as an immigrant.
Okay then, so that's my point. It's like, bro, why would you want to work those jobs if you're not getting paid a livable wage? What's the fucking point?
It's not
in construction work. If you're
as an immigrant, though.
That's literally what I'm fucking saying, Brian. I'm saying.
So why would somebody want to work there though? If they're not getting paid that money?
It's Brian, not the fact that they would want to work there. It's the fact that they would have the opportunity to work there. But now that opportunity is gone because of their lack of determination.
How is that? But here's the thing though.
Taking the job.
Here's the thing though. In what way? First of all, let's get a couple of things straight. Construction is always in high demand. Those jobs are always hiring. So that 100%. Shit is that. 100%. Throw that argument out the window, please. Two, if they're not getting paid as much, that means they can hire more people. Mind you, these people, they're immigrants, so 9 times out of 10 they're getting paid under the table through cash. That's why when you go through all these, you see all these motherfuckers going through buying the shit, they always pay with cash. They don't pay with no fucking card. They always pay with cash. They're getting paid under the table. So really, that's just not even getting brought onto on the payroll for real. So it's just like, bro, like they have all this extra money in an already high demanding industry where they can hire more people if they wanted to. But they can't because nobody wants to work those jobs. So when they say, oh, they're taking our jobs, whose jobs are they fucking taking? They're not taking anybody's jobs because nobody wants to work there. Otherwise, we would have had all these roads built, all these schools built, all these buildings built already by now. But because these immigrants want to come into the country to find work for themselves, and they want to do the hard work that nobody else wants to fucking do, don't fucking say that they're taking our jobs. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Okay, Brian.
This is an already high demanding industry. They would have already hired people.
I was
wrong or right?
They were saying
wrong or right.
This year has been like one of the highest rates of unemployment.
It's fucking exactly, bro.
Yeah.
You want a job? Go find it yourself. Somebody's hiring out there somewhere, bro.
Exactly.
Get a construction job, bro. I promise you, if you want a construction job, you get hired by the end of the fucking week.
Yeah.
But niggas want to bitch and moan about saying immigrants take our no, they don't, bro. They don't.
And Brian, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's what I said at the beginning, though. That's what I've been said.
You're literally like right there, but you don't understand it from their perspective.
From whose perspective? The white folks?
The people that are saying that they're taking our jobs.
Who's our? Apply for a fucking job then.
Okay.
Who is our?
So the people that are saying this, they're probably 40, 50. They've been in this career for 20, 30 years.
So they have a job.
That's the only thing that they know how to do. They're a steel rigger.
Like,
they're a welder. They're a mechanic.
So they have a job.
They're in some type of field where like they're doing handiwork. That's what they're used to.
So they have a job.
Yes, but the problem that's happening, and what they believe that's happening, is that everyone's going to them for work because it's gonna be cheaper.
Duh.
And yeah, it's gonna be cheaper and quicker or whatever they believe. They're going to the immigrants, right? What I'm trying to say, or technically, they're not wrong when they say that they're taking their jobs, in a way. But they're not. Because there's still work out there, of course. But most of the work is going to them. And in the sense of the construction work, right? These are people that have only been doing construction work. They're getting these contracts. They're getting the contracts, whatever, right? But now all the contracts are going to this place that only hires that's only hiring immigrants. So now they can get a better, what's the price value of whoever they're hiring. I forget the term, right?
But
so what's happening in their mind, they're still thinking that like they're taking their jobs. And what I'm trying to say is that even if they were, you should be like, oh, they're just trying to be in this country for a better life. Let's have it be possible for them to become legal. So now when they're doing work, they're actually getting paid the amount that they should be instead of being paid under the table. Because now that means work everywhere is going to be fair. The reason why they're saying that is because work's not fair, because they can't do the same work for less. Because if the immigrants are doing the work for $7 an hour, the person that actually is doing the construction job needs $30 an hour. They can't compete with the nigga that's gonna get hired for $7 an hour. But now if they're getting hired for $30 an hour, now you're both on the same field, and now y'all can both compete fairly.
But mind you, these are motherfuckers who left their country for a better opportunity. So they're gonna work 50 times harder than no motherfucker that's been in this country their whole life. That's a given. They're gonna work 50 times fucking harder. So it don't matter how much they're getting paid, honestly. If they're paid the same amount, they're paid a standard rate of $30, both companies, Me personally, I'm gonna choose the motherfucking Mexicans every fucking time because I know they're gonna get my shit done good, right, and fast.
And that's you. There's white people that only want white people to work on their stuff, or there's not even, maybe it's not even that. Maybe
so
it's not
then
even
why
that.
don't they just hire them?
But why would they pay fucking if this other contractor can do it for 2,000?
But what you're about to say goes against what you just said. But what you just said right now goes against what you just said originally. Because why would they want to pay an immigrant when they could when they only fuck with white people? But then you're talking about somebody getting paid less and somebody's getting paid more, which is cheaper. So which one is it then? Are they hiring white people because they're white, because they don't fuck with Mexicans, they don't fuck with Hispanic people, or are they hiring somebody because they're cheaper? Which one is it? Because now you're confusing your own argument.
Well, truthfully, it's going to be always a multitude of things of why somebody decides why they're picking.
Okay, but which one is it though? Which one is it though? You're not, because now you're trying to diversify your whole argument. You gotta pick one. Because you say one thing and then you jump to a whole another thing, bro. You gotta pick one.
But you gotta pick one. No, I can't, because there's nuances.
I can.
You know everything intersects, right? There's not just one thing that makes somebody pick something.
I can. I fucking sure can. I'm gonna pick a motherfucking Mexican every time, because I know why they came into this country. So I know that they're fighting for a better life, and I know they're gonna get my shit done good, right, and fast.
And yeah,
so if I can get that cheaper than a motherfucking white person, I'm gonna choose that motherfucking time every motherfucking time, bro.
And that's you. And I'm saying that there's gonna be somebody out there that might just pick them because they're white. There might be somebody that's gonna pick them because they're closer. There's gonna be somebody that picks them because they're a family friend.
Okay.
And then even then, if they're doing it for the same price, correct? We're talking about if they're going to do it for the same price, or we're talking about if they're doing it
same price. If they're doing it for the same price.
Yeah, there's going to be somebody that's going to pick the white company over the Hispanic company just because they're closer, or maybe because they're white, or because they have a price that they like.
So then they're not taking their jobs then. That's why I said your argument goes against what you're saying originally. Yes.
Because
yes. No. Listen. Yes.
Originally, I was saying because one was getting paid. One's doing $7 an hour. One's doing $30.
No. Listen. You said the whole reason is because they're taking our jobs because they're not getting the contracts because they're cheaper, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you want to jump into a whole nother topic saying, oh, if they're getting paid, if you said if it was a perfect world and they get paid the same amount, they're going to choose a white person because they're white. So that goes against what you said about they're taking our jobs. They're not taking our jobs then.
How?
They're not.
What are you talking about? If they're getting paid the same, if the Hispanic company is doing $30 an hour and the white company is doing $30 an hour, how does that's when
they're getting a contract.
Yeah,
are they
but now it's gonna be a fair market because everything's the same, or a fair competitive market.
But either way, what you said though is they're choosing. It doesn't matter. But you also did say it don't matter how much they get paid. They will still pick the white person just because they're white. Did you not say that? Or did I hear that wrong? Because that's what you. But no, did you say that or did you not? Did you say that or did you not? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Brian, you're being a bitch because you're trying to twist my words like this is a fucking.
That's what you said.
No, Brian.
That's what you said.
But I literally said no.
Is Keaton here? Is Keaton here? Did I hear that wrong,
bro?
Did I hear that wrong?
I literally.
Please tell me if Keaton's here. Please tell me if I heard that wrong. Please tell me if I heard that wrong.
Keaton can't even fucking compute with what we're saying right now.
Please tell me if I heard that wrong.
Brian,
because I promise you that's what you said.
Brian, did I not say that there's going to be a multitude of reasons for why one person might pick somebody? And I said, yeah, there might be a customer that's going to pick them just because they're white.
Correct.
But that's just one customer. There's going to be another customer that's going to pick them because they're closer.
Correct.
There's going to be another customer that's going to pick them because they're a family friend.
Correct. There's a whole multitude of reasons why somebody might get chosen.
But I'm
telling you though, there's a whole multitude of reasons why somebody might choose somebody over another reason. But at the same time, bruh, there's still motherfucking contracts that are getting out there to those same people. It don't matter what the price is. They're still getting contracts, bruh. And at the same time, too, they're probably getting Yeah. Okay. So look. Yeah. The cheaper Hispanic people, they might get more contracts, right? But think about the value of those contracts. These white people who have their own businesses stamped, they have, you know what I'm saying, real reputable sources, this, that, and the third, who only hire white people, this, that, whatever the fuck. I promise you, those are the motherfuckers that are getting higher valued contracts. That are actually the motherfuckers who built the new building at Towson. Those are all white motherfuckers. I saw them every fucking day. Those are only white people. So those motherfuckers are getting the higher valued contracts.
Well, those are government funded contracts. When it's on school property,
even better. Even better.
But when it's on school property and all that stuff, it's government contracts and all that stuff. So you actually
even fucking better.
No, but you have to know how to get them first of all. And
okay, but
the Hispanic company probably just didn't know about it, nor would they be willing to go on government property with illegal people.
Exactly.
So
they can't even do it if they wanted to.
Yeah.
So they would go. So my point, nigga. That's my point.
A government contract is completely different than a regular like housing or.
Are they not getting paid?
Business. It's not about payment. It's about the process.
Oh my fucking god.
No.
Oh my god.
In this situation that we're talking. No, Brian.
Oh my fucking god.
Brian, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
I am understanding what. Are they not getting paid? Yes or no?
Yes, they're getting paid.
You're trying to, bro. No, see, you are trying to jump. You're trying to move the goalposts, bro.
I'm not.
I'm like you're.
But that's what happens.
No,
that's literally what happens.
But I'm telling you what it is and what it ain't. It's that simple, and you're not trying to listen,
it's
bro.
Not that
you
simple.
Don't understand. It is, bro. It is because
it's harder for
bro, listen. One thing a government is gonna do is find a way to spend the least amount of money possible. That has been a thing that has been known. Otherwise, niggas already would have paid off the motherfucking debt that America has right now. They are trying to find a way to spend as little much possible as money as they can. So if a government wanted to, if they didn't really give a fuck about who was building these motherfucking government-owned properties like schools and shit, they would have just hired the Mexicans. But no, they're gonna hire the white people.
That's not how it works, is what I'm trying to explain to you.
How does it work then?
You as the person that's doing the labor have to seek out those contracts when it comes to government property. In every other, the retail sense, the customer is going to you for that contract. So if I want to build a house, I would be like, oh, Hispanic company would probably, or estimates this to be this lower price, but this white company is going to estimate the house building for a higher price. Now, if we're talking about a government contract, it's going to be, oh, I have to apply to build this cafeteria for this school. So now it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, $1 billion, right? That's applying for this contract.
Right.
Now they're going to pick whatever. The government's just gonna randomly pick or go through whatever workforce that they have and pick from there. And you have to even know about how to get that contract, which most companies probably don't know.
Okay, let me ask you this. If a Hispanic company that is majority immigrants were to apply for to build a government funded building, do you believe they will get that property?
Yeah, they depending on the property, yes, they would. Like the school, there could have been Hispanics there.
There could have, but do you know that?
Yeah, but the issue
for a fact, do you for a fact know that
they could have got that contract?
No, that they have got that contract.
Yeah, I've seen Hispanic people work on government properties. Even the people that I was working with, they have Hispanic. Well, I don't know if they were illegal, so I can't say that.
Okay. See, that's another thing that you have to take into account. You don't know if these motherfuckers are illegal or not. And another thing is like, bro, like, you say that, it's like, yeah. But I know for a fact that most times the government is not, bro, especially in the current government we have now, they're not gonna hire no fucking illegals, nigga. That's just not happening. When they're trying to send everybody out the country, that's not happening. And two, let's scrap the whole government funded areas. What about just big corporations that need like they say they need a big a new office space or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, they would hire the Hispanic people, or they'll hire white people, whoever gives it to them for the lowest price.
For the low, are you sure they would do it for the lowest price? Because
it could be the lowest price, or
these
it could
motherfuckers
be.
have money. They have money, so I don't think they would do it for the lowest price.
I mean, I've seen mansions being built by only Hispanic people. So, but it's. I mean, yeah, it's really only is.
Like I said, but
at
like
the
I
end
said,
of the
though,
day, it does come to. I wouldn't say at the end of the day. Let me not say that. It does. It's about who you know sometimes.
Okay, that's true. But a lot of these times, it is. Okay,
there's nuance to this situation, Brian.
I know that. No, I know that. That's my whole argument too. That's really my whole argument, nigga. I'm saying the nuance is why everyone gets a contract. That's my whole argument. It's like, bro, they're not really taking any jobs and contracts from niggas because there's nuance in everything, bro. Me personally, I would go to the motherfucking Hispanics because they're cheaper. Somebody else might go to the motherfucking white people because they don't fuck with Hispanics. Somebody else might go to the white. Like what you just said was my whole argument, bro. That's what I was saying. I was like, bro, because they're really not really taking jobs for anybody. But everybody will have a contract.
Okay, but in the aspect of like, okay, let's micro niche it. In roofing, right? People that do roofing, they've been doing it for 10 years. They already have their clientele. They're doing business in these two cities because that's local to them, right? The Hispanic agency of immigrants are there. They're doing it for a lower price now. They're going to these houses being like, oh, we can do your roofing for this price set, all this stuff. It's a way lower price than what the company that already established themselves for 10 years can do. So now this company feels like, oh, they're taking our jobs and we can't compete because they have immigrants that are doing the work for way less than what I can pay my team. And that's why there's people that will say, oh, they're taking our jobs. But what I'm trying to say is that even if they are taking your jobs, the argument or the battle shouldn't be, oh, let's kick them out of our country. The argument and battle should be, let's make them an actual citizen so we can have a fair competitive market.
Well, that will never happen because niggas refuse to be educated on terms like that.
Exactly.
So that also goes back to my previous point. That niggas refuse to be educated.
Yeah. And that's because of the fact that we've allowed the government to remove public education.
Yeah, I mean, everything you said is pretty much online with what I was already trying to say.
Yeah, I was just explaining why things were like that. Isn't it fun when we come back to realize that we're exactly the same?
Yeah.
Far apart.
Keaton, write an essay, bro.
That's not cool, bro.
But no, it's a crazy world, man. I think the only thing that we were indifferent about is the fact that you don't think it's possible.
It's just a personal standpoint.
I mean, I think I was like that too. But it's like, I genuinely want to see it happen.
Oh, but don't follow this motherfucker.
And that comes with me believing it 100%, man.
100%.
I don't believe it in 100%, then it will never happen.
What the fuck? 43404. 43404.
Were you listening that whole time, Keaton, or were you? Did you leave?
Oh, motherfucker.
No.
But I'm about to play 2K with